Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Tuesday, July 15th. Key points we're going to be focusing on today: got a cold front building in for this afternoon and evening, leading to a mix of breezy winds and scattered shower and thunderstorm development, some of which could be strong to severe this afternoon and evening, with gusts in excess of 60 miles an hour, up to an inch to inch and a half diameter hail, and moderate to heavy rain. Isolated activity will persist after sunset into tonight, but overall a cooler and drier air mass building in for Wednesday behind that front, as a warming trend returns starting on your Thursday. Just some isolated afternoon showers and storms possible each day in the mountains. And taking a quick look at satellite imagery for you this morning, mostly clear skies out there, just a bit of cloud cover and isolated showers along some of our border regions for this morning. And as you can see, a closed upper level low working into the panhandle. Got a cold front that's currently well to our northwest. That'll be swinging in later today. And to look at the bigger picture for you wise, so overall you can see that cold front still working through the panhandle, closed upper level low, working through the panhandle into western Montana for today. That's going to drive that cold front across eastern Idaho later this afternoon and evening, helping to kick off those showers and thunderstorms, in addition to supporting breezy winds. Weather risk outlook for today: we've got a mix of minor to moderate impacts. We have a mix of isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highlighted there in the moderate is where we're expecting the best chances for strong to severe development. But as you can see, ice across the board, just some isolated to scattered coverage for today. Heading into tomorrow, dry things out into Thursday. A bit cooler on Wednesday, warming back up on Thursday, with best chances returning for Friday and Saturday. Can't rule out some isolated development on Thursday, but it looks like best chances will return for Friday and Saturday as we head into the weekend. And with those thunderstorms we saw out there yesterday, we saw gusts pushing 50 to 60 miles an hour across portions of the desert down into the South Hills, Albion Mountains region for yesterday. So indicative of the environment we're in. Got very dry conditions at the surface. Main threat today will center around gusty outflow winds pushing 50 to 70 miles an hour. And here's a look at our watches, warnings, and advisories today. Got a red flag warning in effect for much of the area, where we're expecting the highest concentration of thunderstorms today, coupled with critical fuels. Certainly any fire starts out there today could spread rapidly, so keep an eye out there for fire weather concerns this afternoon and evening. Temperatures and RH for you today: it's going to be another hot day for most, 80s and 90s across the board. Afternoon humidity's up just a touch from yesterday, teens and 20s for everyone. And thunderstorm chances, wind gusts for today. So overall thunderstorms, we're going to be tracking two main corridors for today. One in the eastern central mountains along the Montana Divide, and another one in the South Hills Albion Mountains east to the Wyoming border region. Outside of the thunderstorm development today, we will see some breezy winds, especially as you head further north, but gusts across the board about 25 to 40 miles an hour outside of thunderstorms. And taking a look at those chances a bit deeper, this is where we're highlighted in a marginal risk from the Storm Prediction Center this morning. As you can see, it includes the upper Snake River Plain along I-15 to Utah, extending out into the South Hills Albion Mountains area, down into Utah and all of Wyoming. As you can see there, where the best chances are going to be across eastern Idaho, much less chances as you get further west. Just a good deal of dry air out that direction. But breaking down timing for you for today. So we're starting off this morning. Not a whole lot of activity, maybe some isolated showers and thunderstorms, but the bigger thing will come this afternoon. So by about 12 to 3 o'clock, we're going to see convective initiation up into the eastern central mountains and Montana Divide, extending east towards Wyoming. Secondary round will begin around the South Hills Albion Mountains around 2 to 4 p.m. But as you can see, really good chances as you head further north for thunderstorm coverage today. That'll continue from 4, 5, 6 o'clock. As you can see, those two corridors I highlighted there really shining here, at least on the activity-wise. So we're expecting strong to severe thunderstorms in these corridors, especially as you head southeast of the Snake River Plain and across the upper valley into the eastern highlands. But taking you into this evening, we are seeing the chances for isolated storms persisting up around Island Park. But taking you to 3 a.m., those chances do drop off and shift northeast. Now looking at a model simulation of what today could look like, we saw some isolated showers out there this morning. This is the NAM model here, picking that up well. But we're overall going to see an increase in activity. First up in the eastern central mountains, there's that cold front beginning to swing through. Most of this will be strong to severe potentially, especially as you head further north. Round 2 kicks off in the South Hills Albion Mountains, tracking east through the southeast highlands. Again, another concern corridor for today. Gusty outflow winds, potential for large hail, damaging winds in that category. But as you can see, 9, 10 o'clock tonight, most activity is out of here, but we are going to still see some isolated showers and storms through about early tomorrow morning as dry conditions prevail as we head into later in the day Wednesday. I wanted to highlight those corridors as well. Shown here in the brown lines and red lines, we got greater than 30 knots and greater than 50 knot winds. 50 knots is typically our severe criteria here. That's pushing gusts of 60. As you can see, it highlights the south portions of our forecast area very well. But as you can see, also further north, 70 to 90% chance of 35 mile an hour winds or higher. So we're definitely tracking those two corridors, lighted up in those brighter colors there for today. And in addition to that, we are tracking fire weather concerns across the board. Near critical to critical fire weather conditions will exist across much of the area today due to a combination of low relative humidity, gusty winds, and a mix of mostly wet but some isolated dry thunderstorms as well. Heading into Wednesday behind the cold front later today, it's going to be a cool morning, 30s, 40s, and 50s out there. Afternoon highs actually trending near normal to below normal in the 70s and 80s. And for Thursday, warming things back up, 80s, 90s to low triple digits in the afternoon. A little change there for temperatures on Friday, still staying near normal to above normal, 80s, 90s across the board. And for your Friday, we'll pick up about a 10 to 30% chance of showers and storms, primarily up into the high country, as overall winds remain fairly light, gusts up to about 25 to 30. And for Saturday, keep it with those temperatures staying fairly steady as we finish out the week, highs in the 80s and 90s. And for Saturday, best chances of showers and storms will shift again into our mountain regions. Not expecting a whole lot of coverage, especially as you head further west. But winds will stay breezy on there on Saturday, gusts pushing about 25 to 35. And heading into Sunday and Monday, slightly cooler. We'll cool things off by just a degree or two as we head into early next week. But overall temperatures staying fairly steady as we enter the long period. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Tuesday.